the Royal Enfield Himalayan 411. Wow, I am late to the game, but if you care about what I think about this bike, then keep watching. Hi guys and girls, it's Usernamekate and welcome back to my channel. Today I am riding Royal Enfield's Himalayan. Now this is not the hotly anticipated freshie, the 452 Himalayan. This is the 411cc Himalayan that has been out since 2016 when it was released in India. So I am mega late to the game, but we're going to get on it and I am going to give you my genuine first impressions of this bike. I've never ridden it, so yeah, let's jump on it and crack on. Now the Himalayan, or Himalayan, tomato, potato, it's been out for yonks, but it was only this year that I was able to start getting my grubby mitts on Royal Enfields. I've had a go on the Interceptor 650, I was lucky enough to ride the HNCR 350 around London at the launch, which was a barrel of laughs. And most recently I managed to ride the Super Meteor 650, which massively shocked me as a bike. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. So over the years I have had people like, oh, Kate, have you ridden a Himalayan? Oh, you've got to ride a Himalayan. You need to try a Himalayan. And it's taken me till this early December to get my hands on one. Let's nip through. Ooh, so we got a nice sloppy single. Oh, you know I love a single. I love just the nature of the engine. I love the sound of it. They always sound so good. Now, we're not working with bags of power here. We've got a highly unstressed single cylinder that produces just over 24 brake horsepower. I think it's 24.3 brake horsepower at 6,500 RPM. And it produces 32 Newton meters of torque at, I want to say, 4 1/4 revs. So we've got a proper chill engine. You're absolutely not going to beat any, speed records on this bike, but I don't really think that is what this bike is designed for. Now this bike is a proper lightweight adventure bike. When you think adventure bike, you think big GS's, whether it's like 750s to 1300s, or when you think adventure bikes, you think big burly Africa twins, or at least that's what comes to my mind. But no, Royal Enfield has built, as the name suggests, in the Himalayan, a bike that's designed to just kind of go anywhere, including like the little squirrely goat tracks of the Himalayas. So, with a name like that, it was never going to be a huge bike, because it would kind of, I think, defeat the object of Royal Enfield's brief and what kind of bike they were trying to market. So, as we all know, we've got the Himalayan 452 coming out pretty soon, next year. I keep thinking we're in 2024. That's going to be the hype. That is going to be the hype bike. People are going to care about that. It's priced well, starts at £5,700, which is great. They seem to have, smoothed it out aesthetically. It's not as boxy as this one, which I think will be to a lot more people's taste than how this one currently looks, even though I'm not particularly offended by it. It's going to come with, decent show of suspension and a nice pretty dash and a lot of, other tweaks and changes. So that means that there's going to be a fair few of these on the used bike market, and given how well they're priced currently, I think I just had a look before I set off, and you can find some 411s priced at roughly like £4,500 brand new. then if you get a used one with more miles, you can pick them up anywhere from like £2,500 onwards. So this new model release that's a bargain already means that there's going to be some even better bargains with this model. Now, I'm hoping to have this bike for quite a while, and we're actually getting a second one brought in so Mike can ride it and we can do a little trip together, which will be proper exciting. I'm actually kind of hoping that Mike will jump on one of these bikes and do a hot off-road lap somewhere so you guys can kind of see what this bike is all about as a bit of a dual sport adventure bike. You know, it is dual sport. We've got a 21-inch front. I mean, you can get it with more knobbly tyres, but I suppose for like shale and rocky paths they'll be absolutely fine, I would imagine. We've also got long suspension travel in the forks. Yet to see how the ground clearance is. But yeah, hopefully Mike in a different video can jump on it, give it a right good go and show you guys, you know, just kind of hopefully how user friendly it is off-road. You never know, I might even get roped into a bit of it on the trip that we go on. Who knows, who knows. Got a nice sharp bend here. What are those? Well, that wasn't entirely legal, was it? I feel like you always find the wrong uns around this area, and it's surprising because it seems quite pleasant. Wow, look at these houses. Sheesh. Imagine. So just mentioning what I mentioned then, it's got quite a bit of off-roading zest about it in theory. But from my experience of it on these type of roads so far, I don't really feel like the handling is compromised given that 21-inch front. Now that might be because are we really going to be pushing a 24 brake horsepower bike? Is it really going to be accelerating so fast and tipping in so fast? You know, when things move faster they have to react faster, but when things just are bimblers and plodders, you don't kind of need that grade of equipment, you don't need that grade of suspension or brakes. But yeah, the handling so far is pretty nice, like really pleasant. I'm sensing a bit of a theme here with Royal Enfields, and the word pleasant is just coming to mind with all the bikes that I've ridden in the range so far. They're not designed to be breaking any records based on the specification of the bikes, but also they're priced really conservatively. Oh, lots of mud in the road. We'll pick a side to stand up on. Nice and comfy. Tank's real smooth on the old leg. I'm not feeling any sharp bits jutting out of my calf or anything. Again, we got some more crud in the road. The joys of riding in December. It's actually quite mild today, so yeah, no need for heated kit today. Just got to be conscious of, you know, slippy stuff on the road, greasy stuff, oily stuff, all that good stuff. Oh, honestly, 24 horsepower. This is so pleasant. You can see the diesel splodges on the road. Not ideal. Oh, I didn't hear where it said to go, so I'm just going to go right. No, I think it wants me to go left actually. Got a nice grid here. Another grid. It didn't display much pull out first gear then, but it tried. But then again, 24 brake, come on. We can't expect miracles from it, can we? The seat, oh my days. The seat is ridiculously comfy. I feel like my bum has just melted into it. Now, they often say that a soft seat might seem nice at first, but can kind of not be so good for mega miles. But hopefully when me and Mike go on our little trip, we'll be able to put that to the test. But so far, wonderful. It's like sitting on a marshmallow. Brakes on this thing. You know, we've got a single disc on the front, got a 2-pop caliper. We don't have the most responsive front brake. The back brake is quite nice, especially when you use them in conjunction with one another. Oh, it had a little coat on, bless it. Yeah, comfy seat, mega comfy, cannot complain. The bar's lovely setup, you know, switch gear. There's really nothing to shout about, but sometimes that can be good. Overcomplicated switch gears are a bloody nightmare. All you have to do is look at a Honda Africa Twin switch gear and think, I'm not qualified enough. But this, you just go, there's nothing, there's no modes, there's nothing, it's Billy Bog standard. But yeah, brakes. Back brake combined with the front is a lot better than just, you know, kind of using the front on its own. I feel like you have to kind of throw an anchor over your shoulder to stop it if you're giving it the berries. But it's like with anything, when you get on a bike and you understand its limitations, you adapt and you ride accordingly, and then you don't have any dramas. Mirrors, we've got big old circles. Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. I was just adjusting my buff looking in the mirror before, and they're that weird material that kind of warps you a little bit. So like one eye was massive and one eye wasn't quite so big. It was very strange. But yeah, you can see through them. They're not the best mirrors ever, but they're functional. You know, I can see this Ford behind me. Man cave, gentleman's grooming. I'll have to send Man Cave Moto there. Now, Man Cave Moto's beard is glorious. He needs no grooming. Okay, so if we look at the dash, and I can't really see it because I'm Insta360, but we've got old school analog speedo. Underneath that, we've got a little LCD window where we have the time, which is wrong. We have the odometer. It's nearly done 3,000 miles this bike. We've got trip A. Behind this, we've got a rev counter. If we look down, we've got a fuel gauge. We've got a gear indicator, and then we've got Royal Enfield's little tripper. So if you wanted turn-by-turn navigation, as I demonstrated in my Super Meteor 650 review, then you can use it for those purposes. I kind of feel, you know, first impressions, that this is an all-rounder, an absolute banging all-rounder. I'd say if there was one thing it won't do, is give you like Super Duke grin from being an absolute wild hooligan on a bike, because it just doesn't have the power to give you that kind of thrill. But if that's the only thing it can't do, then it's doing pretty well, right? So yeah, the reason I say that is long miles, of course. I'd probably advise taking the back roads on kind of a bike like this, because it does sit at 60 quite comfortably. But I think if you were to just sit on the motorway at 70 mile an hour with a single cylinder for a long time, I think it might not be all that pleasant. But if you do own a Himalayan and you frequently do motorway mileage, feel free to correct me in the comments. So yeah, back lane scratching, bit of off-roading, bit of green laneage, commuting. I think this would be a fantastic commuter bike. It's quite light, 199 kilograms wet. Come on, Diver and Dilbert. Ain't nobody got time for it. Yeah, as I was saying, real kind of inoffensive weight, 199 kilograms, ready to ride. We've got a seat height of 800 mil. Now you guys know, well, a lot of you do, probably sick of hearing me say it, but I'm 5'4" with a 29-inch inside leg measurement. I've got a feeling these country roads might be a bit slippy, but we'll give it a go. But yeah, given the fact that it's a single cylinder, I personally am not feeling any vibrations that concern me. I'm not really getting anything through the seat, the pegs or the bars, but then again I haven't held it at a sustained, you know, 70 mile an hour for a while or 60 mile an hour. We're very much doing a bit of bimbling, as you can see. But yeah, so far first impressions are, it is lovely. It's a gentle, lovely little plodder bike that I feel like you could just go anywhere on. I feel like I could just swing a left right now and go through there and it'd be fine, because I'm on a Himalayan. I can touch the floor quite nicely, which is a wonderful treat for me. Well, I can certainly get one flat foot down, which is brilliant. And it's like a flat foot with a bent leg. Whew, never happens. You know, a low seat height of 800mm combined with a little slim seat is bliss. But yeah, like I say, it's not the fastest thing on the earth. But once it's moving, it's alright. It's getting it moving. But you'd expect it, you'd say the same for anything that's low power. You just would. It's just always the way. But yeah, like I say, I'm hoping to bring you guys lots of videos on this bike. And I don't think it's going to be a chore to film them, because this is wicked. I love it. I completely understand the hype about Himalayans. It's lovely. It's just such a gentle plodder. You know, it might not be the most exciting bike, but I'm pretty sure that you could get it to take you to some exciting places, because it strikes me as something that will just kind of go anywhere, you know? Like that, picked up alright. We've got a nice bend with lots of crap. Who wants to go around? Yeah, boy! Had a little shower then. We love it. Man's not messing around, he's got 4 wheels. But no, that is 100% when you know it's winter for me, when I'm waving cars past. It happened on the Tracer 7 when I was at Derbyshire, you know, in like literally 4 degrees. It's just not optimal grip, is it? Look at all that crap on the floor, man. If anything, winter's exciting. You gotta give it that. Winter keeps you on your toes in the UK. Just because it's like all the crud gets washed right into the middle of the road, always. Gross. But I still get masses of enjoyment, especially riding a bike like this, where I'm not scared of the amount of power that it's got in these conditions. You know, I'm not relying on traction control because I've just got too much power for the roads. You know? It's just great. It's just great. What a humble little machine it is. It's a humble little machine and I really, really like it. Oh, but yeah, so far guys, I am really, really enjoying my time on this little ripper. If we just have a quick look at it before I sign off, like I said, we've got the 21-inch fronts, spoked wheels, we have that single brake disc with a 2-pot caliper, we've got a little bash guard there, exhaust kind of comes around the frame quite nicely. We do have a big dirty cat there though. I can imagine this with an aftermarket exhaust would 1, sound epic, 2, look a little better, but as far as standard exhausts go, it's not offensive. It just looks very utilitarian, very agricultural. You know, I'm not personally sold on this huge gap here. I like the fact that it's got these bars. I like the screen on it as well. Does great at protecting you from the elements. Headlight, we do have just a normal halogen bulb, whereas on the new Himalayan that's coming out we've got LEDs. The seat, scooped comfy. This little rack here. This paint scheme to me is pretty. This is a 22 model version, or model year should I say. But yeah, I like it. It looks like it's a bike that could go anywhere. Tackle forests, tackle mountain passes, and it'd be alright. But yeah, good job Royal Enfield. It's another good job. You just keep producing bangers, don't you? Well guys and girls, I'm going to sign off my vlog here. I hope you've enjoyed it. This has been a real nice treat today. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this video today. It's been a nice little treat on a winter's day. The roads haven't been great. I'm not too bothered. It's just been fun. So if you guys have ridden a Himalayan, the 411, or you own this bike, let me know what you like about it in the comments below. Let me know if you've done any modifications to this bike, and also let me know what you think about the impending 452. So yeah guys, I'm going to sign off here. If you've liked this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and until the next time, see you then. Bye!